transatlantic link for dealing with the challenges that America, a lot of things that will put Syria on the agenda. And what Syria needs to do is pretty clear. They need to stop letting their territory be used to support terrorists, not only in Iraq but also in the Middle East. They need to facilitate a free and fair election in Lebanon. They need to take seriously the requirements of 1559 and restore sovereignty to Lebanon. So the things Syria needs to do are clear, and I think one of the things the United States and Europe need to do is to send a clear message to Syria that the winds of change are blowing in the Middle East in the direction of fighting terror and greater freedom, and Syria is in some sense an outlier, and it's time for dinner with the three representatives of the EU just named, namely Monsieur Juncker. The President has made clear by the money included in the supplemental that we are prepared to make a financial contribution to that process, and he will call on the Europeans and indeed the international community more generally to make a similar contribution, because he believes we really have an enormous opportunity to help the Palestinian people start building the institutions for a democratic state, which, as you know, he believes. Speech will build upon the President's inaugural address and State of the Union remarks. It will be an opportunity for him to communicate. It's also an opportunity, as the President said.
Of course, what exactly constitutes a threat to Israel, since there has been this verbal threat by the Ayatollahs? And at what point would the United States come to Israel's defense?
Well, I think that the reality is that virtually all the countries in the region would view an Iran with nuclear weapons as a destabilizing factor in the region. And that's, of course, where we don't want to go, because that's a very difficult problem for all of us to manage. And that's, of course, why we've been engaged with the IEA Board of Governors. That's why we have been supportive of the EU3 effort, so that we don't have to face that eventuality. Sir. And then would be pleased to take some questions. Anna. That evening, President Bush will participate in terms of these reports of a Russian sale of SAM systems to Syria. Obviously, we have some concerns about it. Syria, of course, continues to be on the list of countries that are state sponsors of terror. This is a particular time of hope in the Middle East, and we don't want to do anything that would destabilize the situation. So we have some concerns, and we've raised them with the Russian government in an appropriate way, and other countries have raised their concerns as well, and we are hopeful that and confident that the Russians will take them into account. Sir.
Back to Iran, two quick questions.
That evening, President Bush will participate in a working dinner with the three representatives of the EU just named, namely Monsieur Juncker.